Blog Talk Radio. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, guys and dolls. I am writer, producer, and director Yvonne Latrell. Guys and dolls, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. And remember, if you would like to be a guest on the show, if you have a show idea, or if you would like to advertise your business or product, you guys can contact us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram at Yvonne Latrell. Okay, so I have my co-host on the show, SC.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. You know, my normal.
Good.
I sat in front of the house for a little bit today.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So how was your day been?
My day was good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because I forgot to do advertisement. Guys and dolls, if you are looking to get your your vehicle wrapped, you guys can contact Roxanne Estella. You have a business. It's in the Raleigh area of North Carolina, and you could check out her Instagram. It's wrap_2_tight_LLC, and the name is Wrap Too Tight. So if you're looking to get your vehicles wrapped, and also if you are looking for a personal trainer, also in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, you guys can check out his website. It's webspt.org, and that's webspt.org if you are looking for a personal trainer, and that's Web's Personal Training. So, so I wanted to just read that real quick, and so my day was good. How about yours?
It was good. It was good. You know, you got any anything exciting?
Nothing too exciting. I got divorced today. My divorce is final today.
Well,
So
congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel now that you're single again?
Single again. Back on the prowl. I feel great. I feel good. It's a new chapter. This is really about to be a awesome chapter. So, everything happened when it needed to happen. So, I'm really good. I'm really great, and I'm just really super excited about this chapter. So, that door needed to be closed. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So y'all went to court?
We went. We went to. It was a Zoom court. It was online.
Okay.
Mhm.
So did y'all see each other on there, and did y'all speak, or how did that work?
It was Zoom, so yeah, of course we seen each other, but no, we didn't speak. And oh my gosh, it was really quick. So for anybody who is going through a divorce, or if you happen to get divorced and are lucky to do it by Zoom, it's so quick. It's super quick. It's very convenient because I was actually, because, I work from home. So it was really good. I didn't have to go out anywhere. It was 2 minutes. So we didn't, we didn't speak to each other. She just asked me my name and who I was married to. And she just was like, if the marriage can be fixed. I'm like, no. and she asked me the questions because she said since I was the one who filed, then she had to ask me the question. So she just asked if the marriage can be fixed. No. Any kids involved? No. And about dividing any assets? No. 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 Let's just do this simple. No. And that was it. And she just asked him if he agreed to what I said, and that was it. So I mean, he was there. I mean, I didn't. Like I said, I mean, in Zoom, but, I didn't, look at him in his face because I tried to actually do it on audio. I thought I could just call in because, I definitely didn't want to see him, not the, I'm just, because, hey, this chapter is closed. So, and I don't hate him or anything like that, but, I just, don't want to see him again. But I definitely wish him the best. Definitely. I really do wish him the best, but, I just don't want to see him anymore. And so I really didn't want to even see him. So I'm just like, and then I had to show my license. Like, what is that for? That's another thing. So, and then she was like, okay, well, can you show me your license? I show her the license, and she wants to, then she asked the issue date of the license. Like, what's the purpose of that? But yeah, so it was really quick. It was like 2 minutes, and that was it.
Okay.
So yeah. And you know what? Oh my gosh, when we got married, it was raining, and this is crazy because now it's raining today. It rained on the wedding day. Now it's raining today on the day that I got divorced. So you might think this is crazy, but I think this is God's way. I mean, this could be my little crazy head, but I feel like this is God saying, hey, it's okay. It's okay. You did the right thing. Yeah. But yeah.
You gonna cry at the beginning, you gonna cry at the end.
No crying.
Yeah, so now that after everything is over now, do you think you need some healing? Because they usually say after you get a divorce or whatever, people should take time to heal.
Yeah, but okay, now this is the
heal?
thing. I mean, no, because I filed for divorce in April. Last April. It'll be April in a few days. It took almost a year. So no, by now, I'm good. Okay, now and this is the thing. I thought I had said this before. But like when you first go through something, nobody is happy jumping up and down or whatever, but come on, it's a year. So I'm good. I'm really good. So,
well, I know in most states you have to be separated for a year. At least, you have to be living in two separate addresses for a year. So it's about right with the timing,
Yeah.
And, there's sticklers for that in the South. So I know this is a crazy question, but you never know because some people do it. Would you marry again?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not bitter or broken, so yes, I definitely would marry again. Yeah, I definitely would. When we got married, I wanted to get married at the courthouse. So whenever I get married again, I'm going back to the courthouse. I'm not into weddings. Kind of like when we was talking about death. I think that was last week when I was talking about the funerals. Like I hate funerals. When I was telling you like I don't want to be buried because I hate the graveyard or whatever. I'm not into funerals, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like funerals. But I've never been crazy about weddings. So I mean, a wedding is one thing, a marriage is another. So like the next time I get married, I'll probably be in like some jeans or a skirt and some sandals or some tennis shoes or something. But you have some girls that like are into like that show Bridezilla, when watching, the ladies and the dresses. I don't care about dresses, I don't care about rings. Just a band and let's go to the courthouse. That's you will never have me at a wedding. Never. Not getting married, not my wedding. Just something, just something simple because that's who I am.
Yeah, I did the same thing. We went to the courthouse, And glad that we did it that way because, you know my situation. And, I'd have been like, man, all that money that we spent into that when we could have just put it into something else,
Yeah.
But, it's neither here or there. But, it's time to go into our segment of the news.
Okay.
Man, so much is going on.
Oh my gosh! What about the 28-year-old girl who did the massacre? Crazy!
Yeah.
That killed those. It was 6 people, 3 kids and 3 adults. And my thing is, like I always say on every shooting, like, why not just kill yourself and call it a day? Why you gotta go somewhere and kill somebody else? They're at the grocery store. They're at the church. And then the school. I mean, that's just so sad. Every time you look around, a school shooting. Like, these people is crazy.
Yeah, a lot of times it's to make a statement and to leave an impact. And sometimes the impact could be an impact for change. And a lot of times you don't get to really speak to them because, they wind up dead or killing themselves by, them self-inflicted wounds or the police killing them, and then you get the ones that do survive it. And then, they recant their situation and say, oh, I'm sorry, I did this, I did that. And some won't even speak, and it's just crazy that, that it's happening back to back to back, and so many people are affected by it. Even the ones that aren't even directly affected, they're affected because they think about their kids going to school. Can this happen? People want their kids to have cell phones and everything,
Right.
And I know that's where I was with my kids when they were in kindergarten. I had got them cell phones.
Right. Oh my gosh.
I said, if something happens, call me. Dad is coming. I don't care what it takes to get there. I'm coming, And you don't feel safe no more with your kid going to school, the whole, I think the numbers have gone up on homeschooling, but there's a gift and a curse with homeschooling. Homeschooling, the kid is safe because he ain't got to worry about bullying. He ain't got to worry about,
a massacre shooting
or anything like that, But the downside of that is the child doesn't get any type of development. He doesn't learn any social skills. You understand what I'm saying? And that's big in today's society. In any society, you need some type of social skills. You need to be able to.
I'm pretty sure they have cousins or, something like that. The parents should have other friends that have kids or something like that because, I don't have kids, but I'm just saying, if I would have, I'm sorry, my children definitely would not be going to no school, not in this day and These kids is crazy. No way.
Yeah. So this thing, but the crazy thing about that all too, though, if you think about when we were growing up, it was totally different because bullies shaped who we were. Bullies shaped us. Bullies toughened us up. With this generation, it's like the bullies are winning. Where before, you could convince a kid, hey, listen, let's do this. Let's take it that route. Let's do this. You understand what I'm saying? You came up with a solution or whatever, But now these kids, the first thing they want to do is exit out the scene. They want to hang themselves. They want to, take pills or whatever to kill themselves. And they don't want to deal with it no more. And it's like, where's the disconnect for teaching these kids how to cope, teaching these kids how to deal with a bully? The first thing they want to do is kill themselves now. And I don't know the answer, and it's a scary subject to talk about because you don't
But
ever
I
want to
mean,
notice the child.
no. It should not be scary. I mean, like if that's what these kids are doing, and you have a child, you definitely should not be afraid to talk to your child about that. And I mean, that
Oh
should be a
no.
conversation.
Meaning, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about to the fact of scary that your
Yo.
kids don't think that they can come and
Hello.
talk to you.
Can y'all hear me?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
yeah,
Y'all can hear me?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, as far as the kids, I don't think that I don't 100% agree with that. I'm just saying, like, nah. I had to chime in. I've been listening the whole time, and I was letting her, speak her opinion. A lot of her opinions are spot on. But when it comes to the children, the kids, I work with a lot of kids. Well, I work with kids daily. That's not the case. Bullying is bullies are afraid.
They got stuff going on at their house that they can't
bullies
deal
are
with.
more afraid. Bullies are more afraid than the kids being bullied.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't feel that way. I honestly understand. Bullying starts with insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
When someone is insecure about something that they got going on or they're going through themselves, that it's so bad that they need some type of clarity amongst themselves to notify what they're going through themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we as parents, we have to eliminate that problem amongst our own kids. Bullying is not there.
But some of the parents are the problem.
The parents are the problem because they don't see where where their kids are going wrong at. The way they can point out another child for their wrongdoing, and their kid can be doing the exact same thing, and they shun the fact of that. That's the problem. Bullying ain't the problem. Bullying been going on since racism. Like, you always got a bully. Every neighborhood has a bully. There's somebody who, that's just the nature of living. That ain't never been the problem. I never had issues with bullies because I'm not a bully, but I'm just not the type that can be bullied. So there's other kids.
But I was bullied before when in elementary school. But I mean, I was bullied.
Even as far back as elementary school, I've witnessed bully people, and they pick and chose who to bully.
Well, but I was bullied by a little boy because he wanted me to be his girlfriend, and he told me that his auntie was going to beat me up.
That's the
that his auntie played on ladies wrestling, and that she was going to beat me up, and because I was so young, I did believe him.
Women are women don't carry things as rash as men. Women mature way faster than men. And I tell you, I got 4 sons, no daughters. The only daughter I got is my stepdaughter.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still my daughter. I treat her like my daughter, but all my biological children are men, are young men.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell them, women mature faster than y'all. Not to taunt them, but just to wake them up. It's just a wake up call. Ain't nothing major. I mean, it's the truth.
Mm.
My sister is younger than me, and while I was still playing with action figures and NASCAR, race car, whatever you call it, Hot Wheels and shit. She wasn't doing it with doll babies and shit no more. She was a year younger than me. She was dating, and you know what I'm saying. So that right there alone, this was in the 90s though. This isn't recent. This is in the 90s. So if you go way back there and fast forward to where we are now, I would say that the kids are far more advanced. Because when was the last time you seen a NASCAR or a Hot Wheel or a Barbie doll or a Cabbage Patch Kid or, you know what I'm saying? We ain't seen none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that. We don't get none of that. They don't even have any, the Boys and Girls Clubs, they are limited.
No.
Which means that they are pushing a narrative of growth. That means when your child is 13, 14 years old, she's already thinking, or he's already thinking, that of what a 17-year-old or 18-year-old would be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we're far past our time zone. Like we like a whole decade past. I'm 40. I'm 40 years old. I know I sound like a child. I might look like a child. But I've been there. I know it. I already know it. And I'm going to say I'm blessed. I'm going to say I'm blessed because my mom and dad looked young. My mom was in her 70s, and she looked in her 40s. My dad, same way. Had he not been on drugs, who knows how young he would have looked. With a full head of hair, like fully capable of doing just about anything in his 70s as a drug addict.
Yeah.
Like the generations that we got going on right now, they don't know nothing about what we went through. They have no clue. Not to torment their struggles, because everybody's struggle is different.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
everybody has their own struggle. We can't judge nobody else's struggle, because when we went through it ourselves, nobody can judge ours. You know what I'm saying? Just like the generation before that and the generation before that. Instead of us trying to ridicule, something that we know we can't fix because we don't know. The only thing that we can do is try to figure out what we can do to make it better. That's it. That's it. That's the only way. We have to nourish these children because they scarred. Our children are scarred.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Like they're really scarred. If we don't make amends to their situation, then the generation after that is gonna suffer worse.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse.
Well, it's going to be a situation where it's going to be continuous. It ain't going to be a situation that's going to change, because nothing's new under the sun. Everything is going to continue to be what it is, But, thanks for the comment. We got a few more things we wanted to talk about. We try to talk about at least 2 or 3 things dealing with the news.
Honestly, I would have been saying something. I didn't even know I was on live. I would have been saying something, because women are the most precious thing that God created. But the role that women have forsaken is far beyond the measures of what God placed them here for. Like they have become equal to men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the value of the value of man has become so low that we damn near amongst animals. Like animals get more gratification than we get.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we are the, like, when push comes to shove, guess who's going on front line? Your mama or your auntie ain't doing it. Your sister or your grandmama ain't doing it. Guess who's doing it?
All right. Hey, all right. Hey, thank you for the feedback and the input, man. We appreciate your comments. We got to move on with the podcast, unfortunately, due to time. But we'll keep it moving. Thank you. So we're going to put yourself back on mute so we can get to the guests and the other topics. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate your comment again. And we're going to go on. We're going to move on to the next subject that we was going to talk about. I wanted to talk about the woman that killed her husband on the internet. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because Saturday we're going to be doing a segment, does the internet control your thought process? You know. And the woman got into the argument with her husband, and the husband was trying to leave, and he kept going on and on and on. He kept pushing his buttons, and he kept telling her, listen, I want to leave. The wife wouldn't let him go, you know, and then ultimately she shot him online and killed him, you know. So that's something else that happened in the news, and that was big this week, you know. So did you get a chance to see that, or did you hear anything about it, Yvonne? Yvonne.
What?
Did you hear what I said? Well, I don't know what's going on with our host today. I think she's happy because she got her divorce. So she don't know how to act.
You and Frank could take over. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm dying over here. You and Frank can take over. Oh my gosh.
All right. Just let Frank in.
He's in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
yeah,
man?
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
I'm good, man. How you been today, man?
Hey, can't complain, you know. I could complain, but who'd listen, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what you got, anything in the news that you heard, or you know, I know me and you was talking about the 15 minutes the 15-minute cities, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 15-minute cities. So this is something new that's popping up that I'm just still kind of looking into. I don't know enough about it, but it's like a compound. I get all my news from TikTok, just like every other normal person on the planet now. Yeah. So you've got to it's like a compound, like the Hunger Games, man. They've got all these different cities popping up where you have to, you know, facial recognition to get in or scan a code or whatever, almost borderline like the mark of the beast type thing. So they got your monitored cameras everywhere. If you drive and you give out a certain amount of like your carbon footprint, they'll fine you or something. You got to walk. There's a curfew. It's all weird, dude. It's like almost looks like a concentration camp, you know. But I got to do more research.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think.
Other than that, I'm just prepping for World War III.
Man, listen, we ain't far from it, my brother. You know, me and you spoke. You know, I truthfully think the United States has enough problems, and that's not something we want right now. You know, because we're in a deficit so bad. You know, and it's going to only get worse. You know, they're estimating by 2025. You know, the debt that we're gonna owe is gonna have so much interest to it that they're thinking about it might wipe away Social Security, or it might wipe away, you know, what you call it? What's the other stuff? You know, 401ks and
retirement and all that.
Yeah, they're thinking that that's what's going to happen. And also, they're talking about maybe 2025. You know, everything's going to be so computerized. You know, so I don't know, man.
It's all scary.
I don't think we're ready for that. And then, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. You know, the whole world's in a panic right now because you know, World War III is going to pop off, and inflation, and you know, the robots and all that shit. But you know, you got everybody prepping. You got all these doomsday preppers.
Yeah.
Everybody's got 50 pounds of rice and beans and shit stocked up. You know, not knowing that they're already completely overweight and obese. 50 pounds of rice and beans is going to last these fat slobs a month and a half, dude. They're going to blow through it, you know, and it's just not enough. So unless you have like a compound or like a, you know, a underground bunker, I don't know how good all this prepping is going to do. Bad enough we had those Chinese lanterns come in and, you know, fly over and get shot down off the coast or whatever. Balloons or whatever you want to call them. I like to call them, you know, the lanterns, like it's some sort of ceremony, surveillance ceremony or some shit. Wouldn't that be crazy if the almighty United States falls to an invasion of Chinese lanterns? How crazy would we look? You know?
I know.
But
listen,
I don't know what to think.
Time for our segment for our guest. Let me see if I could get him in here. Yvonne, can you try to let him in for me, please? Yo, she is. Listen, she's having a ball, Frank. She got a divorce today, and she.
I heard. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's not letting me let anybody else in. Oh my gosh. You and Frank can take over. Oh my gosh. I'm having me some wine right now.
Here we go.
Oh, we could tell. Keep trying for me, because I think he's on. I think he is on. There's a couple of people on. I'll send you the number that he should be calling from.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, there are quite a few people on here. Yeah.
Okay. So see if you can continue, but me and Frank will just keep talking. You know. Just let me know when you can get him in.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, it's just things are happening crazier and crazier. You had that shootout at the gas station at ATL, you know, and these idiots is shooting up in a gas station, you know, where they pump gas. And all it takes is for one of them bullets to hit one of them damn pumps, right? And there's an explosion, you know? I just think that we have to start thinking for other people, especially in certain situations. And it also helps teach you that you got to be aware of your surroundings, aware who's around you. You know, I don't know, man. And you know, I think ATL is an open carry state. You know, they have everybody's walking around with a gun. I know the last time I was down there, I'm seeing guys in their pajamas with guns hanging off their damn pants. And I'm like, wow, you know. And I was told that it's an open carry, and I don't think you need a license or anything as long as you live there or whatever. And I don't know how safe that is, how safe I feel with knowing that somebody that isn't trained with a gun is walking around with a gun. You know?
Yeah, it's like that out here in Texas too, man. You just got all kinds of people walking around, and even some like with their assault rifles and whatever walking around town, like just to show that they can do it. You know?
Yeah.
But not too many shootouts, I guess, when you see everyone strapped though. You know, I don't know, you know, that's crazy about the gas station. And then what else does it tell you about like the state of state of mind of our country that, you know, the news is now saying, hey, we have aliens invasions. There's a mothership in our galaxy, and it could set off, you know, little aliens. And people are like, hey, what about that train derailment? Who cares? Let's get back to this Ohio train.
Yeah.
Aliens doesn't even phase us anymore.
Yeah. The train, the whole situation with the train, you know, and we talked about that, you know, that they feel that something's unsafe, or the government wants to come in, or they're taking the property from people. They can relocate people, you know, even though you paid all this money on, you know, your property, you pay the property taxes and everything. It's just crazy to me. You know, it's just crazy, yo. And man, there's just so much going on, you know. It's just you look at the state of the world and you just be like, what's next? You know, what you know, what Twilight Zone episode is next? You know,
I know.
It's like we're living in the X-Files. You know?
Yeah, the X-Files is the last phase before the rapture begins. You know, I don't see it getting any crazier.
Right.
Just complete wipeout.
Yeah. Were you able to get them in, Yvonne? Or are you still?
No, I don't know. Something is going on. But did y'all see John Wick? Anybody go to the movies?
No, I didn't. But I'm interested in going to see it. I really am.
It's long. I will say that I went to the movies on Sunday, and it was okay. But part one was my favorite, and it's just really long. It was good, but it was not like how I was over Creed. Creed so far is just. I'm probably gonna watch Creed again today, because I've been watching part 1 and part 2 ever since I seen part 3.
Did you see part 3 before you saw the first 2?
No, and you, okay, this is the thing, Frank. So I had seen, so I seen part 1, I seen part 2, and then part 3, I don't know what I was doing. So the other day before I went to the movies, let me see, I went Sunday. I think it was, I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday. I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch part 1, 2, and 3. And I fell asleep. And then when I woke up, part 3 was on. And then I only seen the ending of it. So I still need to watch part 3 over, because I don't know part 3 like I know part 1 and 2. But part 4 is just really long. It's really long.
Yeah, that's the one that's out in theaters right now, right? Part 4?
Yes. Yeah, part 4. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that yet. Creed is great. The whole thing, from like Rocky, the original Rocky, all the way through the Creeds, man, it's got to be like top 5 movies of all time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Trilogies, whatever you call it, yeah.
And all this time, I had no idea Creed was so good until, like I said, I had went and seen part 3, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I want to know what's going on. You know, now, I wanted to watch part 1 and 2 because part 3 was so good. So, and I've been watching it like almost every day, like a crazy person.
I was crazy about that.
Yeah.
Well, I watch the same stuff over and over. So I finally found something different to watch on Netflix. Huh? Go ahead.
Yeah, I do too. I want to go see John Wick. I also want to see Scream 6. You know, I also want to see that. You know, I can't think of anything else. You know, because I don't really look at TV like that. I usually watch movies and stuff, and then I catch something, through a preview or something, but I don't know what new is out besides John Wick and Scream, and Creed, of course. That's been your favorite. I don't even really, I catch the news like Frank said. I catch the news by way of TikTok or by way of, Facebook. I just
right.
It's just I'd rather catch it in between me laughing about something. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather catch it that way,
So y'all don't have anything,
yeah.
Frank, you don't either? Like, y'all don't have, like, a favorite show or anything that y'all like to watch on a regular?
I got a show that I watch, like, while I'm working. It makes me feel productive. It's called Mad Men. It's like an AMC thing. I just kind of keep it on, on play in the background. It's like from the 60s, advertisers, all that stuff. They're constantly working, making deals, selling advertisements. There's some drama, of course, and it just makes me feel like I'm working hard. There's a lot of liquor, though, man. A lot of drinking. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just put it on the background because if I put something on that I haven't seen before that I have to pay attention to, I'm not going to get anything done. I'm just going to focus on the show, So I try to save that stuff for later on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I had a couple of shows I would catch, only because I've seen the previews or people were talking about it on Facebook. So I'm gonna retract my statement about the TV shows. I don't per se watch TV. I basically watch like Spectrum on demand type deal. So
you get to find all kinds of stuff from there, man. Yeah, you can rent the stuff. You can get all, a lot of the Spectrum TV is where it's at, man. On demand is where it's at. They got all kinds of free movies, hundreds of free movies. All the TV shows, the episodes, the seasons. You can rent stuff. It just goes right to your bill, so it doesn't come directly out of your pocket.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Anything that goes to your bill coming directly out your pocket.
Here's my link to Spectrum on demand.
Yeah. But that's about it, man. We had a guest for tonight, and are you still having problems, Yvonne, with trying to get him in? Because we could at least try to get 15 minutes out of the deal.
Yeah, I'm still having some issues. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right. Because
You sound like you out of it, Frank. You hear you? Do you hear him? He's just like you are like you done took something, SC.
Oh no! Oh, shit, I wish.
I was gonna say you got to share. What's going on?
Right.
Nah, it's not.
This is just slightly relaxed.
I'm so happy to be I'm so happy to be drinking. But I'm not a drunk, Frank, so I definitely don't want you to think that. But, I did talk about, my hysterectomy or whatever. So before, surgery, I couldn't do anything. Right after surgery because I was on all kind of pain pills or whatever. But now I'm just so happy. Let me see. Saturday I went out to Hibachi restaurant and I had some Patron, and then Saturday night I was just drinking some wine. So, I'm just, really laid back and so really relaxed. But SC definitely sound like he is on something.
Nah, nope, just how I like. Just how I like.
It does sound like you're chilling.
Who? Sam, what was that?
You sound like you're chilling.
Oh yeah. Nah, I had a good day, man. I'm just relaxed, I'm just relaxing. I'm just, I was trying to get the interview done, but we might have to reschedule because I know it's way past the mark for us to even really ask any questions. So what I'll do is I'll reach back out to him and let him know that we'll probably reschedule him, but.
Yeah, we're definitely having some issues.
Okay.
Yeah, we had our.
Anything else? Oh, matter of fact, hold on, I got one for y'all. So I know we've been harping on this subject a lot or whatever, but it's just I'm just hoping that it would bring more women listeners because I know you get the emails and you get the text messages, Yvonne, about why didn't you say this or why didn't you say that? But I know some people don't want to talk, and I understand that some people are just not talkers, and they don't know how to put their thoughts in their words into a sentence or whatever, and they just not public speakers basically, And let's talk about the divorce. When we was talking about the divorce rate, the women initiating and everything, you got one of the twins from Sister, and now they just said that Eve, what's her name, Eva?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The girl from Ricky Smiley. Real House of Atlanta, I think. She was the America's Top Model. Yeah, she filed for divorce. Frank, Frank, did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that. Let me hear it.
So, both of them, and the crazy thing is the Mara, what's her last name? Mara or something like that. Nia Mara, something like that. I can't remember her name, from Sister, the twins.
Maori,
the past few years, she's been, huh?
Yeah.
Tia and Tamara Maori.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
So, for the past few years, she was talking about, I don't know what I would do without my husband. I don't know how I would live my life, and this, that, and the third. Then all of a sudden, she went for a divorce, and it threw a lot of people. They was like, "Why are you so happy?" I mean, why? Where did this come from? You seem so happy. And she was like, "Well, I've been going through this for years, and this, that, and the third." Now, my question is this. And maybe one of the women that's out there can help, or, I know we have problems tonight, but maybe it can be brought up Saturday, because what we're doing Saturday is we're going to be talking, and then we're going to go into another subject. And my thing is this. Women, I understand, and I'm not negating the fact that men have done foul things to you over the years or whatever, but who's really the worst in the situation? Because you had a choice. You had a choice to walk away. And I'm not saying what he did was right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But you had a choice to walk away. And you chose. No, I'm just talking about in general. In general. Because from what I was told and from what I've been hearing is he just grew tired of the relationship. And they were together for 23 years. They were married 14 and together 23 years. And remember I told you before, I said people wake up with different mindsets every single day. That's why I think love is an illusion. Because it's an illusion that's happening at the same time with two different people until one person wakes up and they're not in that delusional state anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is this. If women wait that long, is it the fact that you wait that long so you could build up enough stuff to talk about this man and try to destroy him so another woman won't have him? This is my thought process. I'm not saying that this is right and I'm not saying it's wrong, but this is my thought process. Why would you wait so long? You have so many outlets now. You have people saying, leave him, this, that, and the third. But then you have these singers telling you to leave them, but when their husbands cheat, they stick around. They don't do nothing of what their song says to do. You understand what I'm saying? Beyonce, she had that song where she was like, I could do better without you. You understand what I'm saying? She said, to the left. But as soon as Jay-Z cheated on her, what did she come out with? Another song called Resentment, on why she's resenting him. But she doesn't leave him. You understand what I'm saying? She's going to say, this is why I resent you. This is why I'm going to resent you for the ends of the earth. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have women like Cardi B. She left him, but then she came back. She took him back. So what message are they really sending women? You understand what I'm saying? Because to me, it's mixed signals. You're saying, hey, leave this man, this average man, because you're tired of him and this, that, and the third. He cheated, this, that, and the third. But I'm not going to listen to my own advice. I got advice for you, but I'm not going to listen to my own advice. So it's just, I don't know, man. I just hope that one day men and women will figure each other out, and way after we're gone, because the way things are now, it's not happening. Because you have, and I'm going to touch on the subject that everybody's talking about, but people are scared to touch on. You have the situations of people talking about, if he identifies as a woman, then we should call him her or she. But this is my thing. picture this. You have 2 men, 10 women. 100 years from now, you come back, visit an island that they're on by themselves, you're going to have a thriving community of next generations, grandkids, great-great-grandkids, or whatever, right? But you have 2 men, 10 tranny men, or men that identify as women, you come back 100 years, you're going to find the bones of 12 dead men. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the you understand what I'm saying? That's the and I'm not talking about. I don't want to start because it seems like it's crazy how the whole canceling or talking about people and or muting them came about when Caitlyn Jenner won that award.
Woman of the Year.
And how much is that was a slap in the face for all the women, and I'm not talking about trans women. I'm not trying to start no arguments. I'm not starting no beef. I got friends that are gay, that are trans or whatever, but this is my thought process. I understand that this is what you believe or whatever, but we can't trump biology. We can't trump biology. I can't be mad at you or judge you because you sin differently than me. I love everybody the way they are, the way that, because you're not going to answer to me. And I'm not saying that God is going to punish you or anything like that. I'm just making a statement. And that's what I want to make clear. That is a statement. That's not, I'm trying to feed this to you and I want you to take this on or whatever. That's not trump biology, So, but that's it. I'm going to change the subject because that could get touchy for some people.
Yeah. Well, I want to say something real quick because I was, saying something earlier. I just want to say something about when we were talking about bullying. So, like I said, I was bullied before. This little boy. Do y'all remember that show, Ladies Wrestling? Remember back in the olden days? Yeah. Oh, right.
It was Glow or something like that.
Yeah, so this boy wanted me to be his girlfriend, and he kept on bullying me, and so he told me because I was like, no, I'm not your girlfriend. So then next thing you know, he was telling the whole class that to let me know that his aunt that she played on, not that she played, that she was a wrestler from Glow, and that she was looking for me. So one day we had I think it was maypole dancing or whatever. So it was a lot of the families there. So after we did the maypole dance, he sent somebody to tell me that his aunt was at the school looking for me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, tell him I'm his girlfriend. I am his girlfriend. So yes, I was I was bullied, and I'm really thinking that this lady was looking for me. What lady is actually looking for a little girl? But of course I couldn't even process that. I'm just thinking that I'm going to get beat up by some lady, but what muscles? I had to I had to get my family involved, to resolve that issue. Mhm.
Okay.
I got a question. A question.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can kind of piggyback off of what SC was saying here. And this is, I just thought about this, so don't shoot the messenger or whatever. So a lot of the podcasts that we're talking about, and a lot of it's women who file for divorce, the whole gambit, right? And this is kind of a multi-part question, I guess, but is it possible that have we just naturally started evolving? Like maybe this isn't so much like a psychological warfare against men and women, or against men, or against either of the sexes, as it is just maybe it's like a pure revolution where we're not struggling like our grandparents were. We're not struggling like our great-grandparents were, and so on, all the way back. Things have gotten so comfortable, like the idea of marriage and having kids and everything was to survive, and that was the only way to be together, create a family. There was no other way to connect with anybody. I couldn't reach out from the chick from the prairie, 60 miles down the road back in the day. It's like now everything is at our fingertips and life is so comfortable. Maybe we've just evolved to the point where we realize like we really don't need each other as much as we used to need each other back in the day. Maybe it's like a natural evolution process, because if divorces are not working out 75 to 80, if marriages aren't working out 70 to 80% of the time, or whatever the figure is, that can't just be all like psychological warfare against citizens. So if everything's becoming digitalized and like, you know, if you think about futuristic societies with flying cars and whatever you picture when you imagine that, and a woman does want to go like have a baby, so she just goes to the sperm bank or whatever, you know. And then if men really all we need is like sex, so if they legalize prostitution, that kind of covers like all the basis.
Wow.
You know? Is it possible? Yeah, is it possible that that's where we are? That's what we're going into, like a new age?
Yeah,
let me tell you
that's what it sounds like. Wow.
I think you're onto something. For one, I think that all of the roles have been equalized. You understand what I'm saying? You can have these women in the workplace, and I'm not saying women shouldn't be in the workplace. Please don't. Nobody that's listening, please don't take my words and switch them up. What I mean is that, you know, when women fought for equal rights, they can get the same pay as a man. They can do the same job as a man. They feel like, okay, I could probably do better without him. I could be both, but you can't be both. You can't be a child's mother and father. You can do the duties of a father, but you can only do as much as you can, because at some point in time, if you have a male child, he's going to try you. Some point in time, he's going to need that male figure to say, hey, listen, fix it, straighten yourself out, boy. You understand what I'm saying? So you might be onto something, Frank. And I think that we've gotten so far from our roles as what a husband's supposed to be, what a wife is supposed to be, you know. And it's just crazy, you know. It's just, you know, the world is just, you might be right, man. We just evolving away from each other, because if you think about it, man, we having more gender reveal parties than we're hearing about weddings. Yeah. We're seeing more and more babies being born, but nobody's talking about living happily ever after with each other. You know? And it's crazy, you know. You do hear about it. You hear about the engagement, but you never see the pictures of the wedding. You know?
Well, we said that the other day about the men being lovers of themselves. These are the last days, I believe.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely coming, you know. That is definitely coming. That is no doubt about it. You know, nothing is new under the sun. That's what the Bible says. And it also talks about everything that's going on now. You know, so, yeah, it's just, I don't know, that was a good point, Frank. I really like that. That was you know.
Yeah.
Really? You was on point with that one, because it's sad. You know, it's sad that we can't get along, because we think about our grandparents. They would have got 50, 60, 70, 80 years, but they didn't have the internet. And I wonder if the internet started back then, how the divorce rate would be. You know, if we started the internet all the way back there, I wonder where we would be, because we'd be much more advanced. You know,
and there's always like a major pushback. There's always a major pushback, and you're spot on too with that. But there's always a major pushback whenever something new takes over something old. Like you think about the old story with John Henry working on the railroad or whatever. I mean, he was the best to ever do it, you know. And then they were fighting. He's like, "There's no way this machine's going to come in and take over, and do it better than people are. Here, let me show you what a human can do." And then eventually, now look, I mean, it's all machine based. But there's always such a pushback. You go from horses to cars. They're like, but my horse is easy. It's reliable. I don't need gas. I don't need maintenance or whatever, right? And then now, who really uses a horse anymore? You know, it's just there's always a major pushback, and we could very well be like in that, like new age, whatever you would call it, you know, the AI age or whatever. It's kind of weird to think about that. Like we're in the middle of it.
That's coming real soon because they got a bunch of things that are automatic and automated and computerized and robot. You know, you got the McDonald's. I can't remember where it's at. It's all automated. A robot brings you out your food. Then you got the gas station, the same thing. You know, you got a whole bunch of stuff, you know, that's changing over. Now they have the tow truck, they put a flatbed on the floor and you control it with a remote control. It goes under the car, lifts the car up and takes the car off. So now you're getting rid of tow truck drivers. You ain't got to worry about stopping the traffic because the tow truck driver is backing up into a spot to steal a car or whatever. You just put this flatbed down on the floor. And from what I'm seeing, it can be held by one person, you know, and it's much bigger than the scale, but it looks like a scale. Stood on the floor, you turn on the remote control, it goes under the car, lifts it up, and takes the car off. You know, so it's a lot of things, and people are like, "Oh yeah, it makes everything convenient," but you're talking yourself out of a job. All of these stores now, you have self-checkout. You know, so.
And I Instacart most of my stuff. I get most of my groceries just delivered at this point. You know, that saves me from even having to go through the trouble of doing that. And a lot of jobs will be lost. But imagine the like freedom we could have once so much of this like manual labor type stuff is gone. Yes, I don't want people to lose their jobs, but I mean, there's got to be an alternative. But imagine the life we could live if we're not having to do all this extra stuff. You know, how much extra time do we have to pursue what we actually enjoy?
The finances, where people are going to get their money from. You know, that's the downside of all of that. You know, everything is easier, but at the end of the day, if people don't have jobs, how are they going to
universal income or something?
How am I going to, like how is that going to work? You know.
Yeah. And it's crazy to think about.
But you know, we coming to the end of the show. We definitely gotta reschedule our guest, and I'll reach out to him and talk to him personally and let him know. You know.
Yeah.
But does anybody have anything that they want to close with tonight?
No. I'm happy, and I hope that both of you are happy as well.
I'm
very happy.
Oh, that's
congratulations
good.
on your divorce. She's free.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we will close, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in to the show. Please check us out on Saturday for Sexy Saturdays and our Hot Topics, and just stay tuned for our next episode. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night,
guys.
Good night.